Hey there pranksters, welcome back to another fun video, and since April Fool's is fast approaching, in this video I will be showing you guys 20 pranks and booby traps that you can set up on friends and family at home. These will also keep you busy and entertained while you have time off school if you're in quarantine during the coronavirus outbreak. But before we get started with these, let's get to the giveaways. And since we did reach one of our like goals in a previous video, I will be giving away a prank kit to someone from the comments. Congratulations Candy Kirby TV, you were chosen as the winner of a prank kit that will come in handy this April Fool's Day. Now as far as the giveaways for this video, at 3,000 likes I will give away another prank kit. At 8,000 likes, the winner will get a pair of AirPods, and at 12,000 likes, I will give away a brand new Nintendo Switch. And guys, let's try to get these likes before April Fool's Day. To participate in these giveaways, all you have to do is like this video and leave a cool comment below telling me who you plan on pranking on April Fool's Day. You might end up winning something cool just like Aaron Preza here. Here he is with a slime making kit that he won in a previous giveaway. Again guys, to enter these giveaways, all you have to do is like and comment on this video. Oh, and next to your comment, please leave your Instagram username just in case you win, I can easily contact you. One last thing guys, please subscribe to my channel. With all that being said, now let's get pranking. Let's begin with a few birthday party pranks, and for this first one we're gonna need some sparklers, which you guys can easily get at your local dollar store. We're gonna use these to booby trap a birthday cake candle. Let's take one of these sparklers out, and this is what it looks like. It's just a stick that starts shooting out sparks once the tips are lit. With a pair of scissors we're gonna cut off the tip about an inch in length. Then we're just gonna grab a candle and remove the wick. You can easily do this by twisting it off or just cutting it off with a pair of scissors, but once it's gone, just replace it with a sparkler. It'll look like a normal candle and most won't even question it, but once the candle is on the cake and somebody lights it up, everyone will be in for a surprise. This is more than just a prank, it's an actual light show, so have fun and be careful with this one, pranksters. Up next, we're gonna booby trap a party blower, and these are quite common at birthday parties. You basically just blow on them and this happens. Kids seem to love these, so the best way to booby trap one of these is to just add some powder inside. For example, here I'm filling it up with some chocolate cake mix. You might need to tap it a bit so it actually goes down, and we want it to go all the way down guys, so unroll it and let the powder travel all the way down to the end. I'm using a pencil here to help me achieve that. Just roll it up and the prank is ready to be executed. This is what will happen at the party when somebody blows on this. They'll for sure cause a mess and might actually get some powder on somebody. If you're the one hosting a party, you can booby trap some party hats. For this you will also need a straw like this one. Cut 2 pieces of the straw, the length should be about 3 inches. With tape, we're gonna cover up one end of each straw so nothing gets through it. Once you have both ready, attach both straws to the inside of the party hat and of course use tape for that. Should look something like this. Now you can fill up the straws with any liquid of your choice. I'm gonna stick with just water for this one, and yes guys, it's nice to have a small syringe for this. Once filled, leave the hat laying on its side with the straws tilted at an angle so they do not spill out. This is what will happen when someone tries to put on the party hat. They will get water all over their head. It's just a little prank that you guys can play on your guests. Now let's move on to some ice cream pranks. I really like this first prank because there's not much that goes into this. Just get a cup of ice cream like the one you see right here and gently open it, but please do not throw away the seal. You can either eat all the ice cream in the cup or just dump it out, as we are gonna fill it up with some almond milk to try to pass off as ice cream. Put it in the freezer for hours till it completely freezes. Close it back up and now you can trick someone into thinking they're about to enjoy some delicious ice cream when in reality it's just gonna be frozen milk. This will definitely be one big disappointment for them. Another way to do something similar is to get a big tub of ice cream such as the one I have right here and empty it out just like we did with the little cup in the previous prank. Once the ice cream has been removed, fill it up with some water and put it in the freezer so it turns into ice. Notice I filled it pretty close to the top. This adds weight to the container. The last step for this prank is to add a little bit of ice cream on the surface so that at first it looks like a tub filled with ice cream, but of course in reality when they try to sink in the scooper it will be impossible to do so because of the hard ice on the bottom. There you have it, another disappointment you'll put your friends and family through. Here's a bowl filled with ice cream, and yes, it looks quite plain as there's not really any toppings on it. So let's set up this next prank on the next person who wants to eat this delicious sundae. Take some toppings and dump them onto a bowl. For example, here we have peanuts, chocolates, and marshmallows. Looks yummy, right? Well, let's add a twist to this. Let's chop up some raw garlic. Yeah, doesn't sound fun, right? Now it's ready to be mixed with all the other toppings and no one will be able to suspect anything until it's too late. As soon as your victim adds the toppings onto their sundae and go in for a taste, that's when they'll know that they just fell for a cruel prank. If you volunteer to get someone an ice cream cone, you can easily try this prank out on them. You'll need a small water balloon. This one I did fill with air, not water. Just place it on the cone and start covering it with some ice cream till you can no longer see the balloon anymore. It'll get to the point where it looks like a regular ice cream cone. Eventually your victim will realize that it's just a balloon covered in ice cream. What a ripoff, right? It would sure make me upset if I fell for this prank. Next, I'm going to show you a few book pranks that you guys can easily set up anywhere. For this one, you will need a birthday card. And what I like about this one is that when you open it, it rattles and vibrates. Not only that, but it also makes buzzing sounds, and that is perfect to startle just about anybody. We'll simply just take the card and put it inside an even larger book right in the middle. Use tape to connect both ends of the birthday card to the book. To add to this prank, I'm going to use this spider cutout and place it inside the birthday card. Just close up the book and put it back where it goes. Whoever happens to open up this book, they will be in for a creepy surprise. When the book is opened, the spider actually looks like it's moving. I'm telling you guys, this prank never fails. Now let's make someone think that they just ripped an important page from a book. For example, this Twilight book. I'm gonna open it to the first page, and this is the page that we are gonna sacrifice. Simply tape the page to the book cover, make sure that you put the piece of tape on the bottom, and for the upper part of the page, we are gonna tape it onto a stack of pages so it looks a little something like this. We are now done. This is what will happen when someone tries to read this book. As soon as they flip over the cover, the first page will be ripped. I recommend that you guys try this prank on a book that has a few blank pages at the top, that way no one really gets upset over ripped pages. Here I have a Lord of the Rings book, and even though I'm not a fan of the series, I feel bad for setting up this next prank, as it will get messy. Basically, next time you see someone reading a book and they leave it open like this, just run to the bathroom and get yourself a can of shaving cream and start filling up the book with shaving cream when no one is looking. Basically, just add the shaving cream between the label and the hard book cover. Be really quick about this, guys, as you definitely don't want to get caught. And now the prank is set. Just wait till that person comes back and finishes up reading that book. When they close it, that's when the mess really begins. They will never know what happened. This makes for a really fun reaction, especially if you catch it on video. Let's move on to some chip pranks. For this one, we are going to need a can full of Pringles like the one you see right here. This particular can is pretty full. That's because I barely just opened it. We are going to begin by emptying out the can. So let's put the chips in a bowl and set them aside. Next, you're going to need an empty paper towel roll. We are going to shorten it if it's longer than the can of Pringles, that way we can easily stick it inside the can. As you guys can see right here, I still have enough room to put some chips on top of the roll, and that's what I'm going to do. Now it looks like the can of Pringles is full of chips. Let's put the lid back on and the prank is set. Next person that comes over and sees the chips, they will be super excited because they will see that the can is full of chips. But when they open the can, they will be in for a big disappointment when they see that it's empty except for a mini stack that's in there. For this prank, you will need 2 bags of chips. One is a regular Cheetos bag and the other one is a hot Cheetos bag. What we're gonna do here is swap them out. So basically just open a bag from the bottom and empty it out onto a bowl. You will be doing the same to the other bag. With the bags being empty, now you are good to proceed with the old switcheroos. So now the regular bag of Cheetos will have hot Cheetos in them, and same goes with the bag of hot Cheetos. They will just have plain old Cheetos. With a piece of clear tape, seal off the bottom and the prank is ready. So now let's say that your victim is craving regular Cheetos and they open the bag only to find out it's hot Cheetos that's inside. They will be so mad. I myself would be very happy because I love hot Cheetos. This prank is a spicy prank, so be careful who you prank. You are gonna need a bottle of hot sauce and a bag of regular chips. Let's open them up and dump them onto a separate container. We're gonna take the bottle of hot sauce and start pouring some inside the empty bag of chips. Pour as much as you want inside. The last step is to put the chips back inside the bag. Roll the bag up and leave it somewhere you know somebody's gonna get to them. This is what will happen when they try to eat them. They will pour them onto a bowl and all the hot sauce will pour all over the chips. This prank is best done on people who just hate spicy foods. I guess this could also be a life hack if you enjoy putting hot sauce on your chips. Here I have a jar of cheese dip. We are gonna open it, and as you guys can see, it's pretty full of that yummy cheese. Well, let's get this prank going. Our first step is to empty it out. So with a spoon, start scooping out all the cheese out of there. With that same spoon, start spreading whatever is left of that cheese inside that jar. Basically, we want to cover the empty spaces just like you see here. It looks like the jar is full of cheese, but just wait till they open it. They will be in for a huge disappointment once again. So your roommate is making nachos. He or she loves putting chili on them, right? Well, here is a prank that you guys can set up on them before they make themselves that snack. You are gonna need access to a can of chili and a can of dog food that is similar in size. We are gonna remove the label from the can of chili and the can of dog food. Place the dog food label on the can of chili and then cover it with the chili label, and the prank is set, guys. Basically, you're gonna let your roommate make his or her nachos, and then while they're eating the chili covered nachos, you go get the can and you show them what they are actually eating, dog food. That's when you pull out the chili label and reveal the dog food label. They are gonna be super disgusted thinking that they are actually eating dog food, when in reality they are just eating plain chili. It's just a good way to get them on April Fool's Day. Let's booby trap a soda can. Now for this prank to work, the soda can has to be the only one available inside the fridge. To pull off this prank, we are also gonna need some string and some tape. Get a piece of string about 1.5 feet long, and on one end we are gonna tie a knot on it. Then we are gonna tape that end to the bottom of the can. The knot actually adds extra grip. Now when you tug on it, it's pretty hard for the string to slip out. So this is what it should look like. The other end of the string, we are gonna tape it to the door on the fridge. Make sure that the tape and the string are not visible. You can hide them by placing the soda can over them, and now the prank is set. Just close the door. When your victim is thirsty, he or she is gonna come over to the fridge and open it. Of course, the fridge is empty with the exception of the soda can. So of course they will grab it, and this is what will happen. Basically, the string pulled back the soda and it will cause it to drop, just like in this demo that I just showed you. This is pure evil, guys, so prank with caution. For this next soda can prank, we are gonna booby trap a fridge once more. And here you have the setup of this fridge. And you guys can see that I have soda cans stacked on top of each other. And if you pull one out, another one is ready for the next person that wants one. So we are gonna use this design of this fridge for our next prank. Let's take out all the sodas so they don't get in the way. Get yourself a push pin like this one and glue it on the fridge right on the area where the sodas were. Make sure that the push pin is pointing up like you see here. Once dry, this is what it should look like. We are gonna put a soda on the bottom to cover the push pin, and then we are gonna put the rest of the sodas on top. Now, when your victim grabs that soda, this is what will happen. The weight of the sodas are gonna come crashing down, and the push pin will pierce through one, causing a big mess that no one will want to clean up. Time for another switcheroo prank. So if you see right here, I have a bottle of Sprite. It's empty because I'm gonna fill it up with something that's different but looks really similar to the soda. So this will work for me. So fill it up completely to make it seem legit, but when your victim pours themselves a cup of Sprite, they will be in for another huge disappointment. This next prank you guys should all know. Take a regular cup and fill it up with soda. Put a piece of cardboard over it. That's when you flip it over like so and place it inside a cabinet shelf like I'm about to do. Simply slide the cardboard out and the prank is set. Just make sure that the cup is the only one there, that way your victim has no choice but to grab that cup. Close the cabinet, and when your victim needs a cup, they will open it and grab the only cup that's in there, and this will happen. It's gonna cause a huge spill. They will definitely get this all over themselves, and it's just a sticky mess, and I know for sure that they won't want to clean this up. For this last one, we are gonna be setting up a Diet Coke and Mentos prank. Just a big warning though, this will get super messy, as you are about to find out. Here's how you set it up. You are gonna need a large bottle of Diet Coke like this one, but it has to be 2/3 full, so if you need to, dump out some of that soda onto a different cup to get it to the level that it needs to be. Now it's perfect. Just close it up. The next step is to cut the label. Now lay the soda on its side and open the label. Now that we have access to the side of the bottle, we are gonna cut a flap on it. Make sure to do this real quick though. Pull back the flap because we are gonna stick a Mentos on it. So with a piece of tape, attach a Mentos to the flap. Careful not to drop it though, because otherwise you will be falling for your own prank. Once you have it in there, just cover it with the label, and for that you will need a piece of clear tape. What you also need to do is cut out a couple of slits on the label right above the flap. Leave the bottle of Diet Coke where it's at and the prank is set. Look at what will happen when someone wants to grab themselves a cup of soda. They will pick up the bottle, and that's when the Mentos and Diet Coke will mix, causing this big mess. This is the ultimate prank that never fails, so try it out on April Fool's Day or pretty much any day that you feel like it. There you guys have it, 20 pranks and booby traps you can set up at home on friends and family this upcoming April Fool's Day. As you just saw, these are really easy to set up and really fun to execute. Now guys, at the start of this video, I gave away a prank kit and I also announced 3 new giveaways. At 3,000 likes, I will give away another prank kit. At 8,000 likes, I will give away some AirPods. And at 12,000 likes, the winner will get a brand new Nintendo Switch. And to participate, all you have to do is like this video and leave a cool comment below. That is it, pranksters. Best of luck, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.